Sometimes you're eating something and it feels like a warm hug, and I feel like jangchi guksu is one of those foods that feels like a warm hug. It's so light and refreshing, but also like so warm and cozy that you just have to try it at home. First, I cut up some onions and then some bok choy because I'm trying to add obviously more vegetables into my diet. And I say that a lot in all my videos because that's all I'm trying to do right now. You cut up this tofu. I just had like half a block of medium firm tofu and I'm cutting them into strips. I'm using the same container I'd been holding that tofu in because when you use tofu and you don't use all of it, you can actually cut it in half and submerge it in water. And as long as you're using it within the next couple of days, it's totally fine. Mix in 2 eggs because you're going to add that into your noodles later. And these are the noodles you need for them. They're like these thin, like wheat noodles. I can't really describe it because I just call them guksu, which is not helpful because no one in an like a wall. But I know that they sell them at Walmart. But anyways, I figured out how to cook them because you have to be so careful. They boil over so easily. So when you start boiling over like this, you add a bit of cold water and you do it twice. And after that second time, you taste the noodle, and the noodle should actually be cooked perfectly. It's how you cook it perfect every single time. So remember that when you're cooking them, they will boil over. You can't walk away from them. Have a cup of cold water next to you, and they'll help a lot. I dropped an anchovy tablet in there and then added the tofu in because the tofu can cook in the anchovy tablet in like the anchovy broth for a while. It'll help like absorb the taste anyways. Added the bok choy and a little bit of onions because while like my instincts were to dump all the onions I had in my hands into the pot because that's how I normally cook. My son is also supposed to eat this with me, and I knew he wouldn't appreciate finding little chunks of onions because he's not going to eat a single vegetable from here. You add in some carrots that are already julienned ahead of time, and you mix the eggs with a little bit of salt, and you pour it into there. You see, like in like a ribbon shape almost. It's gonna spread up and like I don't know, become like a very fluffy omelet almost, like a scramble inside the water. It tastes really good in the soup portion. You take the noodles, you add it into the bowl. And what, by the way, when after you cook the noodles, you should be rinsing them in cold water. The noodles should be cold. You don't want them cooking more like traditional, I guess, like Italian noodles or pasta. You dump the soup right on top, and it's so tasty and it's so good for you and so cozy. So that's it. Please try.